I've started to feel them now. I heard them inside your room, whispering broken sounds, singing in auto tune. I'm falling in love with her. We made love without a sound. The silence filled the air. The spirits all around. I'm feeling the needles now. He's swimming inside my veins. My mirror is thinning out, feeding the sweetest pain. Fill me with sweet perfume, rubbing your bones all night. We'll leave this empty room. Into the air we'll climb.
5 minutes ago. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
You just scrubby. You gotta get here early. All right.
Yeah.
Recording
that, huh?
will start soon for TS. 1 second. I just need to find a good place to freaking save it.
Oh, okay.
What is
Can they
today?
hear
us yet?
12:17. Yeah, they can hear.
Yeah,
1
they
second.
can hear us now.
Just wait
Sweet.
for 12:17 podcast.
Give a countdown for the recording, for the actual recording.
Okay. TS
And then-
recording
yeah.
will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, welcome to the BCS, the first podcast,
Welcome.
the BS channel, also known as Braun, Sean, and Chance. That would be a little more explanatory.
And the
Nah,
BS
not
channel.
at all.
Or the BS channel, however you like it.
Blue
So-
Squad channel.
I guess we'll introduce. You wanna go with the B first? We'll go in order.
Okay, hello. I
Yeah.
am Brun, otherwise known as Glow and Echo. So rip.
I'm Sean, Razor Knight, or Shan, as some people call me.
I'm Chance. I'm normally the resident Mandalorian, pretty much. I'm an all-around Star Wars geek, and I play video games, but I don't record like these fancy people. Or do fancy things. I'm kind of boring.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Not-
by the end of this one, we'll have at least a formula to go based on. So,
Yep.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a little crazy, because the first episodes, we're just gonna kind of wing it. So, and we're also streaming on
yeah,
Twitch.
see where it takes us.
Yeah, so that's
Ghostly.
another thing. Is if you're listening to this later, we do stream on Twitch. So if you want to chat with us, like a friend just said, best podcast ever. See, exactly. We have an editor in here, and it's all
Yeah,
good.
Ghostly.
Good old Ghostly.
Yep.
So we have Ghostly, Demi, and Lex. Sweet.
Yep. And then we have our editor
Yeah.
in the background. So
Yeah. Alright, so should we start with topics?
yeah, well, let's start off with what have we been playing lately, each of us, and just kind of tell us what we've been playing. B, you want to go first?
Oh, okay. Can
Let's
you not
do
just
that
call me
order.
B, please?
Yes, let's do that order. Let's do the BCS order.
Do it in the order, sure, but I just don't call me
Hey,
B.
Ash, how you doing today?
Alright. Anyways, I've been primarily doing CSGO, as you should expect from me. I'm gonna say CSGO like every time. Otherwise, it's I've been doing League of Legends and a bit of Geometry Dash.
Oh,
Alright.
nice. Alright, so, let's see what I've been doing. I've been playing some, Smash for Nintendo Wii U. That's it. So, next, I guess.
Okay, so I've kind of been delving into those lovely AAAs recently. I got Fallout 4 in release and big Fallout fan. I will admit it's not as good as the original. We'll talk about that later, though. I've also been playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront. Some people don't like it. I enjoy it, but I'm also a hardcore Star Wars fanboy, so I might just be defending it. So,
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess I'm
Also,
playing
before we
League.
continue on, real quick, I just wanted to mention that the lovely artwork was drawn by a Tumblr account that I know dear to my heart. Totally not mine.
I know.
That
Totally not his
draws
Tumblr
these
account.
pictures.
The Shawnites are, it's a
Totally-
very active cult you have to worry about nowadays.
The Shaw Knights, I'll have you
Yeah.
know.
Speaking of which, Sean, if you've looked at your TS channel recently, you should look at it really quick.
Oh yeah,
The what?
your TS channel.
Oh, my channel.
Look at the description
Something
of it.
Shanny Shan. Home to the Shanite cult.
Had to add that. Okay, sweet. So, I think we've covered more of what we've been playing recently. You're gonna start delving into some of the basic topics, like some of our more open ones, like some of the more news. Such as Cloud
Yeah.
and Smash. You guys have a lot more experience with this
Yeah.
than I do.
I'll be changing it simultaneously as we ring it up. So yeah.
Yeah. So when they announced Cloud and Smash, that literally just came out of nowhere. It was like, oh hey, by the way, at the end of this direct, we have a special message for you. We're not going to say anything about the message, nor do any commentary afterwards. We're just going to note that, you know, Cloud is going to be in Smash soon, and then we'll do something later on.
Yeah, when I
So-
heard about this, it was from the direct. I was with Brown at the time. He's like, "Hey, well, Smash was announced. Oh, okay. Oh, but and a bunch of others." So in general, they've been getting a lot. If you guys want to talk about how Cloud plays so far, so
Oh yeah.
He's fun. That's
he's
all I have to say.
He okay, he hits hard and he moves very fast, which I like a lot. His neutral B is also a projectile, which I like a lot. What is it called? Like beam slash or something like that?
Sword slash beam, blade slash
it's something
beam,
with a slash in it.
beam blade probably or something.
Yeah.
Here, I have
And
Smash on my
what I like-
3DS right now. What is it called?
Yeah,
This is
it does
professional.
it does I know it does more damage on ground than it does in air, so there's a bonus to that. And then a special thing about Cloud is his down B, which is his limit break. So just like Little Mac's KO punch, it can charge up by attacking enemies or getting hit a bunch of times. But then after a while, you know, the limit break charges up, and then what you can do is you can supercharge any of your B attacks, which is super awesome.
It is blade beam, by the way.
Yeah,
Bla-
from
Blade
what I
beam?
can see,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's definitely one of the more interesting characters possible. We're going to talk about the next ones in a second. I definitely think it's interesting character. I like Cloud because I'm a Final Fantasy fan, so I think that's cool. But again, I'm not a true Nintendo
Yeah.
fanboy like these two, so and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't. It's been a while since I've been sucked into the Nintendo world, which I might get sucked in again eventually. So is that all we're going to say
Yeah,
about
eventually we'll slowly convert you.
Yeah,
Cloud? Okay, so
just like
next-
we will to the Shanite cult.
The really kind of interesting thing that I am really happy about actually was Bayonetta. I don't
Yeah,
have you
Bayonetta
two
in
played the
Smash.
Bayonetta games?
I think I misspelled
No,
Bayonetta
I
horribly.
need to though.
I definitely recommend them. I loved them. I've played some of the Bayonetta 2. Yeah, I heard Bean as well, by the way. But I ended up playing a lot of.
Bean attacks.
I played all of Bayonetta 1 and 100% of it. Did any collectively? I love Bayonetta. I think it's an awesome character. She's very interesting. I think she kind of flips Smash on the head, kind of how Snake did back in the day. In my opinion, like it's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
standard character you would see. Snake wasn't either, and that's why I'm happy with. It. So.
And
Yeah,
she's
she
gonna
has a-
hit S
from-
tier freaking fast because of the combos.
Yeah,
Yeah, her
that's
combos are insane.
that time ability. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you have other characters that do something similar where they stun the person for a few seconds or something, but ugh, it just looks devastating.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask about something. So wasn't Brian, if I'm right, there was another character confirmed, like
Yeah, Corrin from
Yeah.
Fire Emblem
Yeah,
Fates.
Corrin. Yeah. And now there's 8, I believe. 8, I think. 8
Yeah.
or 6 Fire Emblem characters in Smash 4.
Well, we have Roy, Ike, Marth, Lucina, Robin, and Corrin, so 6, right?
yeah,
Yeah, 6. Plus the female versions, so then that's 8.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they're not entirely new characters, but it's like you can fill up an entire
They're
8-player
pseudo-characters.
Smash with just Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah, and I think that's cool.
You know?
I've never played Fire
Yeah.
Emblem games. I've heard they're awesome. Sorry, guys.
They're strategy
touched them.
plus dating sim. That's
Oh.
the best way I can sum it up.
lovely. I
Not
do
Final
like the
Fantasy
strategy.
VII did that too, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
with
Kind
Tifa
of.
and Aeris.
yeah, you're right there. But
Yeah.
speaking of which, and this is a little off of our topic ideas, but I just was gonna run off with this. The Final Fantasy VII remake. How you guys feel about it?
Oh yeah. I'm excited for it. I've played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII, the original one, a few times, and I didn't grow up on it. I grew up on 9, but I'm excited for it. The rest of the world is, so.
Yeah, I'm really gonna like that. Despite not even finishing Disc 1 yet, I need to work on that. But despite not finishing it, I think I'm probably gonna get it. Because Final Fantasy VII is still a really good game.
I think, I guess it makes me the only one who's completely finished it. I love the game. I'm really excited. I'm going to say something I don't know how you guys feel about, is it's episodic. I already talked to Braun about this a little bit. How do you guys feel about that?
Episodic, as in it'll come out in like episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3
Yep.
and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
To be honest, it's good and bad. The good thing is that it'll come out earlier, and from a development standpoint, it's a lot easier. So instead of having to wait, I don't know, 5-10 years from now for that game to come out, you now are gonna put out in chunks as you finish each part of it.
Yeah.
The first part is gonna take the longest part, but because you have to make the engine for it.
Yeah.
But then after that, you just add more and more stuff, and it'll become easier and easier to develop more and more episodes. So.
Actually, that's a viewpoint I didn't even think about, and I'm going to kind of thank you for that, because I am with some of the fan groups that are pretty grumpy with it, because episodic games are known, some are really good. I like Life is Strange, the little bit I played, and the ton I've heard from Braun and watched.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool. I don't know where they're going to split it, if they are still following. I know they're changing some things, but if they're still following the towns and everything, like me and Braun were talking, we don't know where they're going to split it. Especially for Disc 1. Disc 1 is going to be the hardest one to split into an episode.
I believe the conclusion we came to, well, half conclusion, kind of just theory, was that they're going to do Disc 1 as a whole and then split Disc 2 and Disc 3 like in halves.
Yeah, because those you can split a little more.
Okay.
And I think that's probably the
Was there a
best
Disc
way to
4?
do it.
I don't think there
only
was.
3 discs. So.
Huh.
Do I still
'Cause,
have the original?
Final Fantasy
case?
9 had 4 discs.
I wonder if I have my PS4
Final
case
Fantasy.
still.
No, they're 3 discs. I know that just from remembering. But you're
Okay.
right, like 9 and such has 4, so.
Yeah, I do not have my
Yeah.
disc of it right now. Or case is what I meant.
Ron, you should stream Final Fantasy 9 at some point.
Yeah,
It's gonna take so long. And I'm already doing the PS2
I've
games.
still been. I've been working on the game for 10 years and I'm still not done with Disc 1. I'm close. I'm close.
I'm close.
Not done.
So, one thing I was going to ask about the Smash, isn't there a new Smash map coming out as well? One with tournament legality?
Bayonetta's, right? No, Midgar is not turn illegal.
Oh, I thought you were just talking maps. I didn't hear.
He said with turn illegality.
Yeah.
Bayonetta's stage
Oh.
is turn illegal
Yeah,
though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I didn't
thinking.
see anything against
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't have any I don't think any of the monsters interact with the stage. So, it should be turn illegal, unless there's a walk-off part later on. But
Yeah, I think
Then
it's
you're kind of
cool
in the
idea,
same.
though.
Then you're in the
some
same
new
mix
maps
as
are good.
Super Mario Maker stage.
yeah, which I love that stage, but
So if you
The ice.
So,
the ice
okay, I'm
breaks
a
the
big
game.
fan of some of the weirder stages, especially considering I come from like Melee and Brawl. So I like some weird stages, and I'm not a tournament player, so what do I care?
Yeah. The only ones that bug me for tourney legal stuff, like when fighting for real, are like WarioWare and then like
Oh my
Corneria and
God.
stuff. Because Corneria, it's tourney legal, but you have a giant freaking laser.
Yeah, the stupid death laser that I died to over and over.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so something I forgot to talk about, and this was earlier, and something both me and Rob forgot to talk about, was Gits.
It's being
Um,
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, so Ghost in the
Oh,
Shell
okay.
recently released their own video game, pretty much. It's early access. It is going to be free to play. You don't have to pay or anything. We pay because we're us.
And of course, me being the person I am, I put $30 into it while Chance only put $8.
Yeah, because I will say if you get it by I think the 20th or something, that's the best sale. Is the $8 pack, because that's what you get the most out of. Plus, it's on sale.
Let's go check on that.
It's the 21st. So if you get it before 24th, it's the best pack probably, the specialist. It is a ton of fun. At least I personally really enjoy it so far. I think you'd say the same.
Yep. And it's kind of a mix between Call of Duty and CS:GO, and they also have a game mode relative to like CS:GO competitive or Call of Duty Search and Destroy, which I love, seeing as how I play CS:GO so much.
Yeah, that's one thing I think. I think it's turned out fairly well. So it is early access. You can tell there's some glitches. There was one time he got stuck where he died, but he thought he was still alive. He somehow managed to make a guy run away from disarming the bomb. It was really confusing because for us spectators he was dead, but for him he wasn't. Apparently the other guy he must not have been either.
Yeah, I was running with my knife out, like the guy's defusing the bomb. I'm like trying to stab him, like I'm seeing the animation, it's going through him. I'm like, what is happening? Why can't I kill him?
Yeah, it was quite the little event. There's a lot of little things that need ironed out like that, and or sometimes like randomly you'll just be watching someone totally not they're supposed to be dead and just walk off the map.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's been a few times I've been shooting I've got like the last kill I think 3 or so times now, and by getting that last kill, it randomly automatically makes us win. I haven't even finished killing him. It's like, oh, you won.
I think it's because they are dead, but they're just like tagged as they're still alive.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's weird.
It's as bad as fish invaders.
Yeah, I might need to check out this game now.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
It's fun though. You can get it for $5 if you don't want any of the extra stuff.
Yeah, and we just got extra stuff because we're fancy. Look at
If
all
I
this
had
extra
$5,
bling.
You will after Christmas. Because
Yeah,
that price won't change. That's default.
Yeah. And then eventually it is free to play, so if you don't want to spend anything, be patient. But we all know how early access free to play works with, such as H1Z1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the next topic would be the Splatoon new maps that are coming out, and this is more on your guys' field, so.
Yeah. We just have a list of, we totally don't have a list of ideas that we wrote in a Google Doc that we were all looking at, so we can keep the flow of ideas going.
It still has 3 O's.
No, it doesn't.
The link, that it actually directs you to, has 3 O's.
Uh-oh.
404 page now found. Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle.
Mine works fine.
There, I changed it.
Okay. Dang. Alright. The new Splatoon maps, there's basically 2 new ones, and if I can recall, looking at this article, it's Piranha Hit and Anchovy Games. I just got that pun.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 new maps. I forget which one is which. One has giant conveyor belts, and it's basically it's kind of like the warehouse map, but it actually has conveyor belts on the actual arena stage.
I think that's Piranha Pit.
Yeah.
But it is. I think it's cool. I think what Splatoon needs is some new maps.
They're constantly updating the game, which is, I really got into Splatoon when it first came out, but then later on, I just lost interest in it, and plus it also got me angry. I don't know how. It's a game where you shoot paint. I got angry at it.
No, don't worry. It's one of those, I have a few rare shooters. Braun knows this. Specifically, Dirty Bomb. Braun knows that, if I play Dirty Bomb, it's going to be a debacle.
But I still enjoy the game, so it's like... Yeah, but I haven't played it for months, and then all of a sudden I'll come back and I'll be like, hey, yeah, let's check it out. And there's so many new maps and so many new items, and I'm just like, what?
What? Yeah. I think it's really cool.
I used to be good.
That's one thing I'm pretty happy about, because I think that's a way to do a mainly multiplayer-only game, is you have to update it a lot, pretty constantly, to keep people going.
Yeah.
Do I think they've been doing it
player
as fast as they should? I'm not going to argue that, but... Oh,
Yeah, the single player mode in Splatoon is actually really good as well. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And apparently Peking Boo's or not speedrun, but did that on a DDR pad. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that dude's amazing. Shout out to Peking Boo, I guess.
Because he's clearly watching right now.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, so I think that covers Splatoon maps. It's cool. It's awesome. Now something that I think is kind of cool, but at the same time I could see be going very wrong. Nintendo kind of going into the mobile market. You see this with currently Pokemon Shuffle, and I think Pokemon Go is coming out sometime next year. I think that's the plan.
2016-ish.
Yeah.
That's all I know of it. It's Nintendo's way of trying to get us out and about and walking.
Yeah, it is pretty much. Yet they already made the Wii, so.
Yeah.
And then you get the Wii U. Hey, remember when we said motion control was the future? No.
No, it's not. I'm sorry, guys.
It's being healthy. Go outside.
Yeah, so Pokemon Shuffle, I guess it was already a DS game. I'm correct.
It was a 3DS game, eShop only. You can only download it.
And if I remember right, I have a question for you guys on that. Did it have microtransactions?
Yes, it did. It had it on the 3DS before it was on phone.
The Pokemon Shuffle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I will say, playing on the phone, and I do enjoy it. I'm a Pokemon fan. There's a lot of microtransactions, and it encourages you. It really does. It's like, oh, you know, maybe you want this. Oh, you know, if you do a little better, I could get you a great ball. Oh, you failed with that one. You want an ultra ball? I'll pay some more.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
It's not the best, but it's but what's good about it, unlike other games, because it gives you you get hearts in the game, and that's how you pay to do each stage. To people who don't know what we're talking about, you know, and you minus a heart each time you go into a stage, and you get 5 hearts per day, and every 30 minutes it will recharge a heart. So it's better than some games that are like, oh hey, guess what, you were just playing for like an hour worth of stuff. Guess what? You have to wait a week before you can do anything.
Yeah, that is one thing. The one I'm really excited for Pokemon Go. But here's the thing. I already know Pokemon Go is going to be free, like they said. So there's going to be microtransactions. Come on, it's a company. My
you gotta make money somewhere.
My worry is it's going to be microtransactions like, oh, you want a great ball? Cop over $10. Come on. Like that's gonna be my little bit of a worry.
Yeah, it's gonna be oh hey, look, you found a I don't know, you found a Genesect in your backyard. Well, you better catch it with your Pokeball. Too bad you ran out of Pokeballs for the day.
You want to
like,
buy
you're
some
only gonna
more?
have like I'm gonna bet that it's either going to be a do you want to buy some more, or it's gonna be a thing where you have to walk around a certain amount of things so you can get coins or something, which can buy you new Pokeballs. So it's either like, so it's going to be a thing of, hey, you can either pay or be healthy to get to play this game.
Good thing I'm a runner. I'm just gonna run around and be like, coins. Woo!
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you're like,
actually
I just got my 3rd Master Ball.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty cool system actually. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be multiplayer battles, and from what I see, it's just going to be like a normal Pokemon battle. That's really cool. That's what I'll actually be excited for.
Yeah.
Because it gives me an excuse without buying a 3DS like Pokemon.
Yeah, and you know what else would be cool? Is if, like, what if you know, while you were training around to get more coins to buy more Pokeballs, you could also take, let's say, I don't know, you caught a Pikachu, but you want him to get stronger, so you take Pikachu on a walk with you, so while you're running around, he also gets stronger and levels up while you're doing that as well.
I think that would be a good way to do it.
I also think there should be random battles. I would kind of like that. Just random AI battles.
Yeah,
and you don't have to
you're just walking around and then you step
bring
on a
it to
piece of grass
school,
and it's just...
Yeah, bring it to school, walking around in the middle of class. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta stop right here.
There's a Ditto! I need it!
You're in the middle of an American literature class somehow. Who's writing an essay? I say, oh my gosh, sorry guys, gotta stop right now. Gotta get this ditto. Beautiful.
like as you're talking to your teacher and your teacher's like, well, I'm sorry, but you're failing this class and you're gonna need to retake it over the summer. Da 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 da. And then the teacher wants to
Just
battle
like
you and
1
stuff.
second.
that'd be beautiful.
God dang it.
So I think that pretty much covers Nintendo and the mobile market. I'm excited to see what they do. I think there's a lot of opportunities. Something like Smash on mobile, heck yeah, I'd buy it. That would be really cool. That actually. I want that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know how in the world they would do that.
Get an N64 emulator and play Smash.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You can do things like so. I'm sure they could. You just have to have a controller set or something. It might have to be a dumbed down version of the current Smash.
Oh dang.
So, next thing is the beginner's guide. I have no idea besides it's made by the same people who made Stanley Parable.
Yeah, I just put it on the list so I could talk about it real quick. I just wanted to say that.
Wait, what was it? Oh, the beginner's
basically,
guide, right.
yeah. That it's made by the same people as the Stanley Parable. So if you know the Stanley Parable, you'll know the kind of feel to this one. And it's basically, it's a game where a guy is showing you his friend's old games that he didn't finish or he did finish, and he's having you go through the levels and having you think about the design of, you know, what was the guy thinking when he built it like this? Why did he stop making this one but then continue making this one? And all that different stuff, and it's really good for game design. I think anyone who's interested in game design should watch it. But
Hello.
So for me, it's the first time I've heard of it, but thank you for kind of describing. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Stanley Parable is interesting, but some people don't even call Stanley
Parable?
Parable.
Rabble.
I can't
Parabola.
talk right now.
Stanley's
Parabola.
Parabola, he went into calculus, even though it's
Yep.
freaking algebra.
Gotta get back to my calculus. No, there's a reason I'm not taking AP Calc. There's a reason I'm taking AP Stats. Then I realized that was the biggest mistake.
Yep.
So, I really liked the Stanley Parable because it was fun, but some people don't call it a game. It was entertaining, though.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue the same thing with the beginner's guide, that it's not a game, but more of an interactive experience, which kind of what define games, but, you know,
Yeah.
there's I won't get into the argument today, because that could be an entire podcast itself of the argument of what is a video game and what isn't.
Yeah, what is... That is a big thing, because that is an argument that gets argued a lot. My whole thing with that is... Yeah, you used to have these old, like, they called them games. There's TV games and such. You can go to the game channel and literally play a game.
Yeah.
So... take it what you wish on that one, but
yeah.
I think that covers the beginner's guide. I don't know, unless you guys want to keep talking about it.
I just wanted to briefly go over it, and
Yeah.
anyone who's hearing this, that they should really go check it out, either for themselves or by watching someone play it. It's like $10 on Steam, so it's not too much.
And Jacksepticeye did a playthrough on it, I know. Did Mark do one?
Mark hasn't done one. He really should, but, you know, he's really busy.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, this is kind of my topic is Fallout 4 and Star Wars Battlefront. And the whole thing is, I will start Fallout 4, and this could take a little while. Feel free to input and everything. The whole thing with Fallout 4 is, I'm a really big Fallout fan, but I'm also kind of critical of it at the same time. I really am enjoying it. However, I see so many arguments about it that I kind of understand. It's been kind of linearized, even though it's completely one of the biggest open world games I've ever played. The problem with it is that the story has been dumbed down. It is based on this little like Mass Effect style wheel, which is fine, but not for a game like Fallout. And once you go down one path, you can't really go down any others. I mean, there was main quest pass. Yeah, you would be stuck on that path once you're done, you're done. But in this case, I don't think it helps Fallout 4 the way they did it. It's a different kind of thing. If I have a conversation, I can be like, sarcastic option. And it just says sarcastic. It could be, like, totally a jerk move. It could be like, oh, I hate you. Ugh. But it's supposed to be sarcastic.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't seen too much of Fallout 4 myself. I've only seen like the beginning parts of the game, and from what I've seen from the beginning parts, it looks really well. I would have to get into it more myself, or even get the game, just to experience it myself to be able to experience it more. But from what I've heard overall, though, it's just like if you look at it as just the game itself, without being in Fallout series,
yeah.
that it's a really good game.
That's the perfect way I think to describe it. It's a really good game if you don't compare it to the other Fallouts, because it's definitely not the best. It's not the worst, because that was Brotherhood. But we don't talk about that.
Was that the
Which would you
second
say?
one?
It was the twins shooter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which would
Yeah.
you say is the best, by the way, for Fallout?
Okay, this is just from personal preference. I'm a really big Fallout 2 and New Vegas fan. 3 is the one I kind of got started in, but I'd originally played the original Fallout 1, like the old one at my uncle's house. That's how I became a Fallout fan. It was definitely way more mature for my age, that's video games. That's pretty much how I grew up, because my cousins, when they babysitted me, decided at 3 years old, let's let them play Halo.
Yeah.
Mistakes were
I mean,
made in my life.
Who doesn't have that story where, I really shouldn't have been playing this game or watching this game be played,
Exactly.
but, I did. So,
Everybody has that thing. And so Fallout has always been like a big thing in my heart, and I still am a big Fallout 2 fan. I love Fallout 2, even as old as it is. And New Vegas was kind of harpening back to it. Fallout 3 was a really good, fun game, but I don't think it's the same. But I still enjoy it. It's one of my favorite.
yeah, looks pretty good from what I've seen. So.
Yeah. And I'll talk a little bit about Battlefront really quick. Okay, Battlefront. Here's the thing with it. A lot of people are arguing it's multiplayer-based, but there's only I think, originally 4 planets. No, 3 planets. But the thing with each 3 of these planets, they each had 3 maps to each of them. So I kind of accepted it a lot more than most people did. I really enjoyed it. I am enjoying it still a ton. If you don't look at it from Battlefront, because it plays nothing like the original. But it's a fun arcade shooter. It doesn't play like Battlefield, if that's what you're wondering either. No, DICE. In fact, that was another argument. People were arguing, oh, maybe we should do something like it. But no.
Yeah.
It plays like its own arcade shooter. I really enjoy it. In fact, EA, which is really surprising because EA released free DLC. In fact, they have a lot more planned. This DLC released to everybody on the 8th was the Battle of Jakku. It opened up 2 new maps, maybe 3, I think 2. 1 small map, 1 big map for the bigger game modes like Walker Assault and such, and a new game mode. That was really fun. I've been playing the heck out of it. It's kind of like my game to decompress to, because I don't get angry, I don't really care, but I'm really good at it, and I enjoy it. Pretty much describes how Battlefront is for me. But I do understand that we're arguing. There's not much to it. And I will agree, unless you're kind of a Star Wars fan, or you like the shooter games, and you like playing with a friend, it's probably more worth a $40 to $50 game, not a $60 game.
Okay.
I will say that.
Yeah, so like we were saying before with Fallout 4, I'm guessing it's a good game on its own if you don't take it with the other Battlefront games.
Yeah.
If you were expecting a direct sequel of Battlefront 1 or even better Battlefront 2, then you might want to avoid it, but because just don't get your hypes hoped up too much.
Get your hypes hoped up.
Don't get your hypes hoped up.
Hypes hoped up, Sean, 2015.
Yep. Yeah.
I think, Braun, I think you've considered getting it later near Christmas time.
Yeah, I'll probably
Just
get
so we
it.
can play it. And that's going to be a fun multiplayer game. Here's my one argument. It's a party system. think the party system is currently limited to 2.
Rip K.
So me and you
Limited
can
to
play
2?
it. Me and you can play it fine. So it's like a partner party system. Don't ask me why I think they're changing that, but they're afraid because if you do have a tactical team, you will stomp the other team. Straight up. So. You guys have anything that's what's another short topic we can cover really quick before we hit a break?
Yeah, which is going to happen in 4 or so minutes at 5:30.
Yeah.
Um,
So about 5:30, we're gonna have a light break. I think like a 5 to 10 minute break. We'll see how long, and then we go to the bathroom, get some things done, and then we'll be back.
I don't know. I don't know what's currently going on in the world besides what we've already talked about.
The thing is, all these other topics we're gonna talk about today are fairly large topics.
Yeah.
Except
Well,
for
we
the
can talk about
one. Oh my god.
We can talk about the Steam Winter Sale thing. Apparently.
Yeah,
I mean-
we can talk about that. So,
Sure.
There's the link right there. It comes up the 22nd. That's this lovely Steam Winter Sale. It'll be a lot of fun. As you all guys know, probably from Steam sales are crazy. There's a lot on sale. The thing to worry about still is how you spend your money. Wait for the flash sales. Wait for things like that.
Yeah.
But here's something interesting. If you didn't notice, last Black Friday to Cyber Monday sale, there's no flash sales or anything. So the reason behind that is because now with the Steam refund system, the whole flash sale, they're afraid of people buying a game. Oh, it's on flash sale now. Refund it. Buy it for the cheaper price. That's what they're afraid of.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember last winter sale actually. I had some extra money just due to Christmas, so I was waiting one day for a good sale, and the Valve Complete Pack went on sale for 75% off. So I got all games made by Valve for $25.
And
that
that's
was awesome.
That's the biggest thing with these sales is they're awesome, but you do have to wait for the flash sales, wait for the dailies, things like that you know you can get something good out of. So.
Yeah. Well, now we got.
Yeah, and we pretty much have the break time. So, how long of a break do you guys want to take?
X amount.
5 to 10 is
let's-
probably a good range.
Well, since it's 5:28ish, let's just go to like 5:35 and then come back.
Yeah, that's fair. So we'll come back about 5:35, and we'll be back by then. So see you guys in a bit.
All right.
Rip.
Sound muted.
I get excited when I'm thinking about my future plans. Not gonna hide it cause you never know where you're gonna end. On my mind, got these things all on my mind. I don't know about you, it's what I'm gonna do. I feel now I'm ready to go, my head up, I'm coming over. But it's not a time is now, yeah. But it's now the time is now. Show it all, open overtime, no denial. The time is now. I get excited when I'm thinking about my future plans. Not gonna hide it cause you never know where you're gonna end. On my mind, got these things all on my mind. I don't know about you, it's what I'm gonna do.
guess.
Fun.
Fine, I guess. I need part 2.
Okay.
Alright.
121715 podcast part 2. P2. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yay.
All right.
We are back.
So we're back. We're gonna probably delve into a bit meatier topics. Also, something to consider is I think we might start playing games in the background. We don't have to do it this podcast, but what do the viewers think about that as well? Because some people may like it.
If there is any viewers right now.
Yeah, I don't know who's on right now, so.
We lo- we
Me,
lost all our
Chance,
viewers.
Moobot, and Trevor.
Yep.
Dang.
Well, they can watch it later and comment later.
All
By the way, you can
4
list
of
this
us
as a gaming
can
talk
comment
show.
on it.
You know that, right?
What?
You can list this as a gaming talk show in Twitch.
Rich.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actual just Twitch talking shows.
So what is it? Just playing like gaming talk gaming
Yeah,
talk
or something.
shows? All right.
Yeah.
Well, now I know.
See, we told you this one was going to be rustier on the edges.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So this is going to be weird because the people that watch this later on YouTube or something are going to be like
Yeah.
so confused. Like, what are they talking about? What's a Twitch?
Yeah, what's a Twitch?
It's the rat in League.
Yeah. You just start
Isn't that
twitching in
that
the
rat guy
background.
in League?
He looks like a jerk,
Okay.
So, yeah.
as Isaac would say.
So,
Yeah.
we can delve into media topics right now. Or what we could do is play a game in the background. I don't. Brian, you want to run Hearthstone in the background, and I'll just honor you, and I won't watch the view. Promise, I actually won't. That's all I can do for you, man. However, Sean, you can. It's okay to watch.
Fine.
Alright, sounds good.
Rip the screen we've been using for the first half of the broadcast.
I know. And then we can delve into these more like meaty topics while we're playing.
Meaty.
The question mark at the bottom. Yeah, have you looked at the topics coming up? We got Konami falling apart, EA Battlefront Mobile Project, Double Fine and Psychonauts. That's gonna be the one I'm gonna throw my hands in the air for.
Yeah.
That is you, Shan. Completely.
Yep.
It's gonna be a fight with. Sean, I don't know how you feel about this yet, but you're gonna hear my long-winded response.
Yeah, I'm gonna go con. I'm gonna go pro for that. So that's gonna be.
I'm gonna go pretty heavy con, but like I said, I'll eat my words if it's good.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. Do we want to start on that one?
I think we should start with the Konami falling apart, just because it's there. It's a little softer topic that we both kind of agree on, I'm assuming. Okay, so recently with Kojima,
Recently.
recently with specifically Metal Gear Solid and such. What Konami decided to do is one, they said Hideo Kojima is going to go on a very long vacation.
Oh, you're back. Let me get
But it looked like he was quitting. And they had a going to vacation party. Because there was pictures of his like retirement party.
What?
Kojima literally called it a going on vacation party.
Okay, then.
Not kidding you. He was quitting apparently. And they had a going on vacation party.
Well done.
Going on vacation party. There's so many problems with this. What do we, yeah, build a deck for Tavern Brawl. I think I already have one, maybe.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
try
go.
this one.
Alright.
Yeah. The whole thing with Konami, like Konami's just been going
Oh, hit
downhill
cancel. I was
over and
gonna
over.
challenge you, but okay.
Oh,
Okay, never mind. We'll just do it both on a battle, I guess, in the background. So
I thought you just wanted me to
It doesn't matter. Here's the thing with that. With this whole Hideo Kojima thing, the problem is now, right now, one, they try... So, there was, at the recent Game of the Year Awards and everything, here's what ends up happening. They decide that Hideo Kojima cannot come on stage and come get his awards he's won. They say no. That caused a lot of problems. It was a big up throw. Kojima, I would say, is falling apart after Metal Gear Solid 5. Hideo is leaving, and it's kind of turning into a mess.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Konami itself has just been going apart. The only person who's been keeping it alive is I can't say his name for the life of me. Hideo Kojima, something like that. So he's the only one keeping it up because he was the only one doing anything good with the projects. I mean, Silent Hills got canceled.
Yeah, they turned it into a pachinko machine.
Yeah.
Japan, what are you doing?
Like, the thing was, it was like, so PT was an excellent start to that, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
it was... And that's a way you need to do demos for games. Like, not only was it got everyone was like, oh, this is an interesting thing that's happening. PT is its own game, but you get hyped for this other game that's going to come out. That's going to be even better than that demo you played.
Yeah.
You know,
it
wasn't even a snippet. It wasn't even a snippet of the game. It was just literally the game itself.
Yeah. And there's a lot of problems with Kojima right now, doing some really kind of backhandy stuff that I don't think anybody can agree with right now, which I kind of think is a problem.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
It's not. Yeah, we'll see where that leads where it leads and all that stuff. You hear about the Dead or Alive 3 thing, controversy going on right now?
Yeah, a little bit. How it's not going to come over?
What's controversial about it?
Okay, so first off, well, you know Dead or Alive 3. You know Dead or Alive series, right, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were gonna make a third one, but because of the social justice warriors and stuff like that on Tumblr and all the different stuff, they shut it down from coming over into the U.S.
Yep.
Because it sent a bad image of women.
Yep.
Which, to be honest, I'm not gonna go against it. It doesn't do women good. I'm gonna say that.
No, I'm not gonna say anything like against it, but I think that was a little.
Like, really?
There's some problems with it.
I mean, first off, yeah, but that's the whole point of those games. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not. You know, yeah. There's some people that praise. They're gonna say, "Oh no, I do it for all the whole strategy." It's like, yeah, and something else.
Yeah, let's be honest. What they're actually used for. No, I'm not. But there's plenty of games out there like that. That's totally fine.
Yeah, and it doesn't do anything like to the images of men I see every day or anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't change that at all.
No. And I think that's
it just
be a problem.
and eventually the guy who made a Honey Pop. Yeah, the guy who made a Honey Pop was eventually he said that it's a he or she, I forget, and I think it's a he, but he basically said, hey, let me publish the game over here in America. I'll take the hate for it. I already took the hate for it for Honey Pop.
Yeah,
I'll deal with it.
Yeah, no, the whole social justice warriors. I'm sorry, it's a really stupid thing. I'm gonna say
let's
something
improve
right here.
society by limiting it.
Yeah, there's some problems that, yes, I do think there's some social problems that it could be solved. No, I don't think that you're doing the right thing by yelling at the internet and yelling at people because you think that's how you do it.
It's just because you yell, you could, scream your head off inside a forest if no one's there to hear you and no one cares. Did you really scream at all?
Yeah, exactly. So, I said that a lot of people have some arguments about it, and I can agree with that. I think we're
Yeah.
probably gonna end the show
I mean,
pretty soon here. Oh, sorry. No, let's continue with this
Oh,
if
yeah.
we can.
Yeah,
So if
all
you
right.
wanna keep going.
Well, I was just gonna say that. I mean, I'm for the whole thing of equality, but there's a difference between equality and equality where I'm more equal than you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the whole thing of men and equal should be, men and equal, men and women should be equal to each other. I completely understand that.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't go as far to give men are just getting these special privileges and stuff, and women aren't. We should give women these privileges. Yeah, but if if you start treating women special and not men special, then you have the exact counter argument for men.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like you need my opinion, gender really doesn't matter between whoever you are, whenever you are. If you have an opinion and you can have strong enough facts to prove it, then your opinion matters.
Exactly.
It's like there's nothing against anyone from that in my own eyes.
Yeah, and that's this whole
it's just
game.
like-
But that is a problem. This whole gaming thing is a mess right now because of the problems with it. In that, oh, look at me. There's a lot of
Yeah.
arguments with it, which I understand.
Yeah, I can understand being angry about something, but when you take it to a point where you're saying that it affects society on like a global scale, that's a completely different thing. I mean,
Yeah, and
there's
that's
the argument
taken to a
of
bit of an
video games go
extreme.
to violence. Video games go to violence and all that different stuff, but it's like back in the early 1600s, back when the Crusades were happening, oh yeah, video games were the cause of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
know.
totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, video games caused World War II, World War I, all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
I
clearly.
mean, that's how it happens in the history books.
Yeah, obviously.
But it's like, it's just, there's gonna be that one case that proves because this guy did this, and no one told him not to do violence from the video games he was doing. There was no parental guidance at all for him.
I'm
or
gonna
for
make
her.
I'm gonna have
Just
an
like-
extra comment
and
on
then,
this
you know-
whole. Sorry, no, you keep going because I accidentally kind of interrupted there.
Yeah, it's just like there's that one case where it actually proves violence comes from a video game or video games, and it's like, does that happen all the time? It doesn't. Thing is, you gotta remember all these games. While they are really awesome and all that different stuff, and they might have some real life ideas in them,
Yeah.
they're just there to entertain you like a book or a
Yeah.
movie. They're not real. Just like any entertainment at all. Yeah, and that's the end of my rant there.
So I'm gonna comment something on this whole DOA problem that I have a big problem with. Is that have you looked like? And this is just playing complete devil's advocate here. Have you looked at most males in video games? I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's
It's a two-way street.
yeah, buff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like
yeah.
there was a post online I read recently, talking about the whole DOA stuff. It was like, so if you find DOA offensive, then other things not offensive, but then you find basically naked guys in video games okay, then there's something wrong with you because
Yeah,
it's
you
the
have a
same
problem.
thing. It's the exact same thing. We're men. We're people. We're not just pieces of meat, women.
Exactly. I love this freaking argument. That was well played. That was well played. And another thing is, I also think America has a problem where, in a lot of other countries, nudity and things like that aren't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Where over
and, like-
where violence is in other countries, but nudity, oh, that's fine. You can walk down the street naked. I could care less.
Yeah.
But in America, it's very kind of against it, and I think it's a problem because we don't, even in health class, like we finally took health class. It's definitely a problem.
3 years ago. by the
Yeah,
way.
and that whole thing with health class, or health classes and teaching about sex and things, no offense, they should probably learn a bit earlier. There's
To be
definitely
honest, it's
some
like-
problems. That with the American ideal that nudity is such a bad thing. But
Yeah,
it's not even nudity in DOA games. It's it's skimpy swimsuits. Okay, walk down to the beach and you'll see plenty of those.
Yeah, go to a beach. And it's like, you know, oh, protect little Jimmy's eyes. You know.
As you can see, we're all pretty heated about this. We're sorry if we have made you angry on the other side of this argument. I do apologize for that. But we will stand by our opinion. And you can take it for what it's worth. But we're also very accepting, open-minded people, so if you can come with a logical argument, please do. I would like to hear. I would. And we will, I mean, we're not like, we're not old people. We don't stick with the old times. We like going with new times.
These kids and their darn fangled head machines with their YouTubes inside their brains. Joel, you need to learn to be a better kid, Joel. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
I think this is pretty much tied up our big things for the podcast. We have a few more things we can talk about later, but they're really big topics, and those will go for a few hours. So
We're running out of time here, so.
Yeah, so thank you for all who's watched or watched parts. This will be on YouTube and hopefully eventually other things like SoundCloud and maybe iTunes if we can get that grumpiness.
Maybe.
But we will be talking about games
Grumpiness.
a lot. This podcast, especially in the later half, I will admit, got into a different area, but it's something we needed to talk about that is related to games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Konami that leads eventually into DOA being censored.
Yeah. So, which leads to people not having grit anymore. But
yeah, which grit is a thing you need.
Yes. So, anyways, I think
Anyway,
this
that's
was a fun
another
talk,
discussion for
so.
another day.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're signing out, guys.
All right.
We'll
Good.
see you in another podcast time. Bye-bye.
All right, bye, internet people.
Rip. Alright.
All right.
Oh, rip
Chat
Jim
was
too.
really good, I thought.
Yeah, actually, I think it did go.
Oh,
really
yeah.
well.
Alright, rip